I want to show you a way to get really creative with basic household things that you have at home to create different patterns and sound like a percussion. You don't need a big percussion rig and a lot of things other than your drumsticks maybe and some things around the house that make noise. This is a coaster. Any kind of household regular coaster. Nothing fancy about it. This is just a big envelope of junk mail that I received from the bank, and it's just a condiment case that I'm going to use as a shaker. And if you want to create a pattern, same thing that you did with the sticks. This is all right, left. Patterns. You can go to the right, right, left, left patterns. Create your own patterns, you know. Here's gonna do right, right, left, left, but I'm gonna mix actually the two right. Oops. And build up your patterns however you want them. When you're going to the later patterns that I talked about in the last video where you're actually mixing two hands. So this hand hits all four beats. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. While the left hand hits only second and fourth beat. 1, 2, 3, 4. If you want to make it a little bit interesting, you got a different pattern going on here. Again, feel free to use it with whatever music you're playing. You can even alternate the You can take things like a bag of some kind of food if you want to get a louder shake. Or if your hand gets tired, as I said, the possibilities are endless. Okay, so let's take a few examples. Let's get some patterns, some interesting patterns that we're going to use eventually for the songs, some of the songs that we're going to do. And I'm going to try to demonstrate this both with fake instruments, things you can find around the house, and things that you can use in the actual instruments once we get to play. So we'll start with a very basic, simple shaker / maracas thing. You see, I'm using a condiment case. This is kind of a classic reggae style song. I'm not using the actual song for copyright purposes, but we'll do that in class. So 2, 3, 4. See, I'm not doing anything fancy, I'm just keeping the beat. If I want to get one of the things that helps create a different vibe throughout the song is how hard I move my hand. So what I'm doing is I'm doing one big motion forward, one small motion backwards, one small motion forward, one small motion backward. Do it sideways. Yeah, and along with the music, let's start that again. 3, 4. Now, if your hand can handle it, you can go with that. Same thing with an actual. Same thing with an actual percussion player. This is a shaker, but we can use the maracas for this as well. Do that. And if your hand can handle it, so that's the starting point. Okay. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, well, I'm just using one hand. Gets boring very quickly. Well, we can tap the beat with our other hand and a drumstick. Something like this. Now, if you don't have any kind of loose bottle that you may have at home, we'll do the trick nicely. Careful not to hit, obviously, the bottle too hard, because then it goes flying all over the place. Or something as simple as a coaster. Like that. Here's a simple pattern that you can do for the with the small bells or the big guiro. This is kind of like a cross between both of them that I have. With the other stick, I'm using just a small. This is literally a chopstick. That's what I'm using to play this with. And the pattern that I'm doing is 2, 3, 4. Doing one long drag across all the ridges here, and then 2 quick hits on the side. The options are endless. Another solution, you can use something as a practice for eventually a tambourine. This is basic round Tupperware, nothing fancy, belted, filled with some snacks, just not filled up all the way to the rim. Of course, it makes a lot of sounds, a lot of noise. I don't know a lot, but it can make noise. It's round, so it's similar to a tambourine shape-wise. And what I'm going to do, just move it to side, but then to add a little bit of flavor, I'm going to move it one time and not hit anything, and the second time I'm going to hit the edge of my hand. And just rotate between those two things. 1, 2, 3, 4. Air, hand, air, hand. And with the music, and that's all I'm going to do. Eventually, when you're done, I guess you've earned a snack. Feel free to take that. That's going to transfer to a tambourine. There you have it. Here's a substitute for the cowbell. This is is like a can of some dried food. You can use a regular can, whatever it is. Once you use it, just wash it, keep it handy, and it's going to be a substitute for a cowbell. When we're hitting the cowbell, there's 2 techniques to hit the cowbell. One is with on the edge of the cowbell, or if I'm doing it an open cowbell like that, with the side of the stick against the edge of the can. And the other technique that you can use is using the tip, this little tip of the stick, on the side of the can. Probably if this was more like a full metal can, it would get a better sound, but So I'm hitting one time here on the edge of the cowbell and one time with the tip on the side of the cowbell. I'm actually going to do two. And with the music, 2, 3, 4. And so on. When you're comfortable with that, in class, we'll transfer that to the real cowbell. And there you go. You have a lot of different patterns to choose from. Enjoy. I'm going to go to this box again one more time. I'm going to use it as a conga. This time I got the lid closed, so you want to get one of these types of cans that has one of these plastic kind of covers. Okay. On the table it can slip quite a bit, so you can and you should maybe keep it between your knees like this. And what I'm doing is just rotating two hands, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. Believed I mentioned it earlier in the video. But I'm doing one hit, two hits that are regular with the fingers on the side, and then eventually go to the big hit in the middle. 1, 2. Soft, soft, hard, soft, 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 hard, soft, 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 hard, soft. And with the music, 2, 3, 4. And with time, you get to the bigger, the djembes, or in this case the mini conga that I have here. Same idea. And that's the whole story.